Lesson 1.9, Solving English to Algebra Equations. First, we need to learn how to translate words into math, and then we can solve word problems. The following words indicate mathematical operations. This list are words that indicate addition. We have subtraction, multiplication, division, and equality. Now, some of this may seem a little confusing. For example, more than is listed in both addition and subtraction. This means that you need to read the rest of the sentence and determine context clues, which will allow you to know whether you need to add or subtract. If you look at multiplication, we have total, and in addition we have total. Again, you'll need to look for context clues to determine which operation it is that you need to do. So just be aware of this list. It can really help you out when translating word problems. Okay, so translating problems to math and solving. We have 4 example problems, and we want to go through these and break them down, turn the words into an equation, and then. Okay, let's start with more than. That was our addition. 2 more than triple a number. Triple indicates multiplying by 3. A number is going to be a variable. In this case, I'm just going to use n for number. Is equal. So I have 2 plus 3 times a number is 14. 2 plus 3n equals 14. Now that I've set that up, I can solve the equation, subtract both sides by 2. I get 3n equals 12. Divide both sides by 3 to get that n is equal to 4. The next example I have is 2 more than 2/5 of a number is 6. Okay, 2 more than, that's going to be 2 plus 2/5 is a fraction. Of means to multiply. We'll use n for a number, and is 6. I can put this together exactly as it stands. 2 plus 2/5 n equals 6. I subtract 2 from both sides. 2/5 n is equal to 4. And then, of course, I have a choice as to how I want to pursue this. I can multiply both sides by the reciprocal, and I will get n is equal to 20 over 2, which is equal to 10. Or I can multiply both sides by the denominator, and I get 2x is equal to 20, and then I divide by 2, and I get that x is equal to 10. On this type, 9 less than 1/6 of a number. Now, 9 less than does not mean 9 minus. This is 9 less than. If we had $9 less than you, you would take what you had and you would subtract 9. So whenever you see this, you're going to do minus that number. 1/6 of a number is 2. So to rework that, it would be 1/6 n minus 9 equals 2. Add 9 to both sides, and you'll get 1/6 n is equal to 11. Multiply both sides by 6, and you get that n is equal to 66. Again, for less than, this means minus 4. 5 times a number divided by 3 is 11. Now we can look at this in 2 ways. I can either say 5n divided by 3, or I can say 5 times n divided by 3. Both of these will be equivalent. I'm going to do 5n divided by 3 minus 4 is equal to 11. I'll add 4 to both sides. I get 5n over 3 is equal to 15. I'm going to multiply both sides by 3, and I'll get 5n is equal to 45. I'll divide both sides by 5, and I will have n is equal to 9. Here we have 3 word problems. I have, on Monday, 295 students went on a trip to the zoo. All 6 buses were filled and 7 students had to travel in cars. How many students were in each bus? Okay, so we have 295 students. We have 6 buses and 7 kids in cars. Okay. The 6 buses full of kids and the 7 kids in cars will add up to make 295 students. So if I say 6 times B for the number of students in the bus plus 7 is equal to 295, I can now solve for the number of students in the bus. So I will get 6B is equal to 288. I will divide both sides by 6, and B will be 48 students per bus. Our next example, Oceanside Bike Rental charges $15 plus $8 an hour for renting a bike. So 15 plus $8 an hour, this is a multiplication. So I have 8H plus 15, and Mike paid $79, so that equals 79. Subtract both sides by 15. 8H is equal to 64. Divide both sides by 8, and H will be 8 hours that Mike rented his bike. Okay, the length of a rectangle is 5 more than 3 times the width. First we'll draw a rectangle. We'll label the width W. 5 more than 3 times the width, that's going to be 5 plus 3 times the width. So 3W plus 5. And the perimeter is 74 centimeters. The formula for perimeter is 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I have 74 is equal to 2 times 3W plus 5 plus 2W. I'm going to run out of space here, so I'm going to distribute this really quickly. So I get 6W plus 10 plus 2W. If I combine like terms, I get 74 is equal to 8W plus 10. I subtract 10 from each side. 64 is equal to 8W. Divide by 8, and I get that W is equal to 8 centimeters. So I can label that 8 centimeters. Now to find the length, I'll do 3 times 8 plus 5, which is 24 plus 5, so 29 centimeters.